In this video, I'm going to show you how to find your ideal customers using LinkedIn. You don't need a paid account or a sales navigator account to do these types of research. So let's dive right in. So the first method that I want to share with you, I'm gonna is my one of my favorite methods, and this is what's called the industry or competitor research. So one of the easiest ways to find your ICP is to just find out where they might be hanging out. And this could be inside forums, inside groups, inside like communities. Now on LinkedIn, there's two ways that you can do that. You can look into like current events that is being launched on LinkedIn, or you can immediately just look into like competitor pages. So for example, I know that my ideal audience are SaaS founders, and they are usually found, or they might be following AppSumo, which is a SaaS marketplace. So these SaaS founders, if they have a SaaS, they list their products into this marketplace, and then AppSumo launch it to their email list. They promote the SaaS, and they get 50% off of whatever sale that they generated for this SaaS platform, which I think is a win-win situation, right? So I know that they might be hanging out there. So what I usually do is just search for the competitor page, and I just usually look into like the second degree people who might be related to AppSumo or who might be following AppSumo. Now, it's looking for people who are, so this would be one. So you want to exclude people who are currently working at AppSumo, add like another Boolean search like AppSumo plus founder, have it. So easily I can find like, I will just usually just look if they might be in my ICP. Okay, so let's continue here. Let's go to the next page. Yep, this would be another one. So again, you want to put your competitor or industry name. Let's say, so you might have like a well-known certification or industry or anything that is just specific to the niche, and then put a plus sign together with like the decision maker job title. And then it would help you find, and make sure you are in the second degree, and you don't want to go with the third degree because usually it's a lot harder to connect with the third degree connection. And you can always refer to, hey, you're connected with Oli Gardner. Notice it's a mutual connection, so that you can kind of reference that. So that's why you also want to start with like a second degree connection. Okay, so just open up a couple. And then what I would just simply do here is that just quickly check, is this what I would like to target? So this might be a perfect example because again, they're my second degree connection. They're interested in AppSumo, which I can reference on my outreach. And then they have like a website. Yeah, this is perfect. So they're a SaaS founder. This is he's the founder of Email Delivery. And what I would usually do is, yeah, he doesn't have a post. So that might be the only thing that might problem here, is that because he's not engaged or he hasn't posted anything, he might not be active on LinkedIn. But I'll still connect, and I would just send something without a note, right? So it might not be a perfect example just because he's not active on LinkedIn. So I might still be able to reach out to him via email. But for now, I'll just leave that. And let's open up like another one. Okay, so this one hasn't posted yet, so I will skip that one as well. So you want profiles who are actually online, right? So yeah, so he is posting actively. And then let's quickly check what he does. Okay, so this one is, yeah. So this one, okay, so he's not a, yeah, he is part of AppSumo. Okay, so just quickly, just yeah, couple again. You're connecting with like 10, 20 ideal customers per day. It does take a couple of minutes. So it might take you a couple of time. But again, once you're kind of like quick on doing this, okay, so yeah, this might be a perfect one because again, this is still like technically a SaaS, I think. So I would look into this one. And is he active? Yeah, definitely active. Two weeks ago, like anyone who is active on the platform at least like a month ago, so I think would be active. So I would just connect with him, send out without note, and that would be, he would be part of my LinkedIn connections or my network now, right? So again, that's kind of how you will look into your ICP. Another way that you can do is, you can, instead of looking for people, look at the post, and let's see if we're able to kind of pull in some information here. Yeah, so this one is, yeah, so yeah, definitely like a high ticket SaaS. And yeah, so again, you can look into people and then you can look into post. And then I'll just quickly check if this guy is, yes, he's actively posting. So I'll definitely connect with him. Yeah, send out without a note. Yeah, so again, that is the first method. The second method is all about the person or the influencer that they might be following, right? So if you have a specific person in your industry that everyone looks up to, like kind of like the influencer. So for example, in AppSumo, which again, my ideal customers are hanging out, the chief or the founder is Noah Kagan. Here, all you need to do is check out who is currently engaging on his post, right? So that's one way, but he is not posting his own um articles. But I did find something really interesting. So he actually did the research for me. So let's look at one example here, right? Uh, Yeah, so Ilan, Harel, Kevin. Yeah, so he does repost founders that have launched on AppSumo. So he literally did the research for me. And yeah, all of this would be my ideal customers because again, they were reposted by Noah Kagan, which is awesome. And all I would do is I would just like, yeah, connect. So before we continue with the third method, my name is Ryan. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're loving this content. So let's continue with the third step on how to find your ICP on LinkedIn. So the third and last step is the most popular. This is what people usually just do is they type in the job title or the decision maker title on LinkedIn search and then click all filters. And then again, you want to go with second degree connections, then try to find them in your like targeted location. So I'll say only in United States and in Canada. Now, let's say I would like to target founders who are second degree that are connected with Noah Kagan, right? The founder that of AppSumo. Now, the problem is I'm not connected to him, right? So if you're not connected to him, you cannot add connections off here. So what you can do is followers off, and then you can add any people here, right? So there he is. And then just quickly show results. And there you have it, guys. All of this would be like your ideal ICP. Again, my ideal ICP, and I would just connect with them. Okay. Now, what I usually do, because it does take like maybe additional couple of minutes, is I usually warm up the process, like engage with their content, with their post, leave a comment, that type of thing before I start the connection or before I reach out or before I send a connection so that I'm not just a random stranger. I've been engaging on their post like a couple of days ago. So I would like their post today. I would leave a comment. It does require a little bit of work, but again, it pays a lot of dividends because if you are able to close one of these clients, then yeah, basically all of this work is worth it. So I hope you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you learned something, leave a comment below this video. By the way, if you want a complete strategy, a complete outbound and inbound strategy implemented in your business so that you can book more sales and get more clients, there's a link below this video to apply to work with me and my team. So make sure you check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.